Shit, and there goes my connection.
Oh no!
Now, oh yeah, I'm at one fucking bar and we're
What?
live.
We're
Yeah.
live. We're live
Yeah.
with one bar.
Mhm.
No, it's like how are we going? No, you can't have just one bar.
I swear to God, as soon as we went live, it dropped.
Oh, brother.
Okay.
We should be okay now, right?
I hope so. So,
Well, there's our start of our Monday.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, August 8th, 2022, and you are watching the Ragin to the Vlogs. As Daphne likes to say, TR2TV.
Yes,
But,
exactly.
Oh my gosh. Anything else before this fucking intro? Intro? Jeez.
Well, yeah, just hit it.
And for fuck's sake, where's
Oh no!
Yep, there it is. Good morning, Daphne.
Yeah, good morning, Nita. Oh my goodness, what a weekend! What a weekend, huh?
It's been wild.
So hello, everybody. Welcome to Monster Girl Monday. That's the theme today. So welcome everybody to another episode of TR2TV, your favorite channel on YouTube. We figure if everybody gets to be number one, so do we. So there you go.
We're number two, number one.
Exactly. So there we go. So welcome everybody. Like I said, it's Monday. We're back again, starting a whole new week. We have a special guest coming up later on the half-hour mark. We have Nita today to talk about her new campaign for Sunrise Blossom. Like I said, it's all about the Monster Girls today. So who's in the chat? Who's in the chat right now?
I'm not in the chat, Daphne.
Oh no.
Oh, let's see, Glenn. Good morning, Glenn.
Oh, good morning, Glenn.
Of course,
Good
Mike
morning.
Jimmy is back.
Hello. Yes.
Brian
Congratulations to
and
Mike
PJ
Jimmy.
Black. Hello.
Oh, Brian and what was the last one? PJ?
DJ Black.
Oh, DJ Black. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Welcome everybody. Yes, and congratulations to Mike Jimmy, who just came back to a very successful run at Castle Fest in I keep wanting to say Denmark. It's not Denmark.
The Netherlands.
I need a map. Look, it's been a while
even,
since I've been on the continent.
place.
It's been a while since I've been on that part of the continent. So I need a refresher course. So so he had a very successful weekend at Castle Fest, where Tall Tales wasn't represented, but he did show off on Facebook the new Fairies and Ents version of Tall Tales issue 1, oversized because it's just too much furry to be contained in one regular sized issue. So he's getting Oswald, the Oswald Chronicles also being delivered. I don't know if he's going to get it today or that's coming on later this week, but we're looking forward to see how he does with our books in the Euro market. Ooh, very nice. So yeah, and also congratulations on Randy for also having a pretty successful convention this weekend. I mean, lots of conventions are coming back this weekend. But before I get into that, hello everybody. My name is Daphne Lage, and I'm a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. I have been self-publishing comics since 1992, and I am known for the funny animal fantasy adventure now in Europe, Tall Tales. And by the way, I received all my campaign rewards. I have all my packing supplies. I am currently in the process of fulfilling the campaign for volumes 1 through 4. So thank you everybody for supporting this campaign. And speaking of campaigns, I am also known for my medieval fantasy soap opera drama, Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn. Speaking of Monster Girls, right? Launching August 22nd, 2022. Right now it's in pre-launch. So go ahead and put the link in the show notes so you can get notified when the campaign goes live so you don't miss out on any of those first day goodies that will be added to your pledge at no additional cost if you are the first 45 people to pledge to a physical level on that first day. Usually after the first 24 hours, I have 60 backers already. So yeah, don't sleep on it. I have a lot of cool stuff I'm giving away for that. So yes, August 22nd, it launches. Link in the show notes to the pre-launch page. But in the meantime, you can read both my comics online at Tall Tales, TAILS online.com and egoworks.com, EGOWRKS. And you can check out all my videos on how I make my comics on YouTube at Daphne Lage, Lage Art, which also simulcasts through the Ragin 2 network. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, get notified every time we go live with one of the many shows that we have on this channel. So take it away, Nita.
My name is Nita Lanning. I am a writer, vlogger, blogger from Southeast Louisiana. I am the executive producer of the Ragin 2 Broadcast Network.
There you go.
So yes,
and yeah, I know, right? And I see you 8 people that are watching us from regions beyond. Thank you for coming to see us this Monday morning. Yeah, I mean, it's like I know, you're probably doing other things. That's why you're not over here on YouTube. But even after the show, come on over, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, do all the things that make the algorithm gods happy. Because it's like when we get spread out over YouTube, everybody we talk about on the show gets spread out on YouTube too.
We love being spread out.
Yeah, I know, right?
Spread out, touch our buttons, whatever.
Oh yeah, exactly. Do the whole thing. Boy, that's a little too early for Monday morning, isn't it? But no, what the heck, right? So yeah, so do we have any housekeeping that we want to take care of?
Well, the housekeeping's here visiting us today.
Oh,
so
there we go.
We'll bring that up when she comes.
Right.
I want to make a couple of announcements. Remember that there's been time changes. Dispatches from Outside the Box will still be airing on Tuesdays, but it will be airing at 8 p.m. Eastern. Zimcast will be airing on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Hung on Animation has moved to Thursdays at 1 p.m. Eastern. And also joining the guys on Saturdays will be the one and the only John Celestri.
Oh, the myth, the legend.
The legend, the man himself will be joining the guys on Sketchy Saturdays as a regular. So I am totally stoked about that.
No, that's excellent. That's excellent. He'll probably be working on his Bloodwing Angel book as we speak. So there's another campaign I'm looking forward to because I'm just slowly replacing all of the books that I ended up accidentally losing in my little flooding mishap in the office. So I'm slowly getting through. So Bloodwing Angel is the next one that I have to replace. Oops.
Good morning, Tina.
Good morning. Wow. So like I said, it's been a weekend. I had a lot of stuff happen over the weekend, and all I can say, hello, Facebook user, declare yourself. I guess you come out blank or anonymous on our end because I guess your account might be private. Thank you
I
very
will
much.
put the link to the YouTube channel in the chat. If you come over there, we can see who you are and
And give you
give
a
you a shout
proper
out.
greeting.
Yeah.
You know?
Good morning, Nick.
Good morning. You know, and yeah, so like I said, I finally got all my stuff for the Tall Tales campaign. I was just waiting for the metal bookmarks to come in. Oh, actually, let me show you. Let me show you that. Did I show the metal bookmarks? So this is the stretch goal. So this is the stretch goal that I was waiting for. It actually came in a day early, so I was very happy. I was able to pack everything. So this is what we were waiting for. So this is the 4,000 stretch goal reward that everybody's going to be getting in their Tall Tales reward package. Yes, I know.
God damn it, Einstein.
So yeah, as you can see, it's metal. It's aluminum, and yeah, with my little sticker on the back. And yeah, so this is what we were waiting for. I'm very happy with the way it came out. And yeah, and I've just been packing. I've just been packing as much stuff as I can, so I can get as many packages out all at once. Because we have Oswald coming in, we have JD's campaign coming in for that, and it's like, again, we're overlapping, and we only have one dining room table, so I have to try to get all of these packages out before Oswald comes in force. But yeah, but that's how it is. It's like you have two people in a house doing multiple campaigns, and this is what happens. Yes, I really like these metal bookmarks. I really do.
That's our co-host. He's obnoxious.
Yes, I do share. If you're new here, if you hear any weird noises in the background, that's because I share my office with an African gray parrot. He is our PR department, so he wants to make sure that you are hearing everything, that your headphones are working, and that you are hearing everything that we're saying. So he's he wants to make sure, he's so he's very
I miss the wows.
Well, it's like, what, when we start packing, yeah, it's like he's very impressed by packing.
Wow.
So usually when we're packing up the rewards, we usually get those. So that usually sets him off. But, and also I'm a little, also it's like, let's see, the temperature in the room is 88 degrees.
Oh, so he's bitching.
Yeah, so he's kind of like a little rowdy, because also he's in front of the AC, so I guess that's kind of waking him up a bit. Because before, everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's so goddamn hot in here," because I don't like summer.
No.
I tried opening up the window, and it was like it was a giant fish tank outside. So, And I'm just surprised that my electricity bill hasn't been as high as I was expecting.
Ooh, ours was higher than I thought it would be. I got stroked out when the 4 was the first digit. It was like,
yeah, that'll do it. It's
like, all right, no more AC for you little fuckers.
Right.
You only eat once a day. You get a hot meal, and it must be microwave for.
Oh yeah, no, for real. It's like, no,
time.
I don't want to cook anything in this type of heat, really. So we had a friend come over the weekend. We haven't seen him in a while because of everything that was going on, and it's very exciting. We had a very exciting talk, and we're really hoping that we can bring him back into the fold, into the comic book fold, show him the joys of Kickstarter. For those of you who don't know, back in the day, don't say that. Back in the day, we worked with Matthew Lunsford at CPM Comics and Pioneer, working on Tenchi Muyo and La Blue Girl, right at the beginning of the anime, like kind of like the manga thing, It's like it was literally before manga became a thing that we were one of the first people to actually do original manga adaptations in the United States. It was kind of cool. So so we did Tenchi and La Blue Girl. We did Demon Beast Invasion. And it's like, and we've done work, and we've done, work with, he's done, we've worked together since we started publishing. I mean, he is one of the OGs. Like, we went to high school together and the whole thing. And, and it's been a while since we've seen, since we've worked together. And we did. Tenchi Muyu, you look under P Anime or Pioneer Anime, the comics.
If you don't forget, Patrick.
Yeah, exactly. I actually showed off the La Blue Girl work on one of the House of Bob episodes. Sex and Comics. So not only do you get to see La Blue Girl on there, the work that our friend has done. Well, technically we all worked on the book, but he did the artwork for it, but also some of the work that we just self-published together. Which we're also thinking of bringing back. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. It's just, there was just a lot of potential, a lot of stuff there. So it's been a while since he's been in the comic book scene. So we're slowly trying to bring him in. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to get a second special variant cover for the Volume 1 campaign. So we have the Volume 1 coming up. We do have I do have a special variant. And that's what we were trying to do back in the day. That's what we were trying to do. There you go. So there you go. So you see, that's the thing. We've been around so long that I'm sure we've all crossed paths at one point. You either know our work, whether you know us or not. You're just finding out about us, but technically you know our work already. So we're hoping. So I'm hoping that I can get an Eagle Raven cover out of him for the Volume 1 campaign. Kind of get his feet wet back into the whole thing. And just to give you an idea as to the type of work that he does, and just how long we've worked together. Matthew's the only person that I would have him draw an Eagle Raven short without even thinking about it. I would just give him. It's like that's in my head right now. Seeing if he really gets into, it's like, well, I got this story you can do. Actually, he hasn't been in the comic book scene for a long time. I think Tenchi was one of his last real big books, and then it's he did some work for Antarctic Press, and then it's he just went off to do other things. So like I said, it's been a while, so we're gonna see. I'm cautiously optimistic, but it was just really nice to bring him back. He it's like I said, it's like I would blindly give him an Eagle Raven script without even and not worry about it.
And that is something I've never heard you say about
right.
anyone.
Exactly. I do not say that lightly.
No, that's awesome.
I mean, yeah. So I am just so I'm so like I said, thank you. I am cautiously optimistic, but we'll see if we can bring him back. Yeah, And no, you see, me, I can't drink that Monster stuff because it gives me heart palpitations. So
me too.
You just power through it, right?
Just when it gets to be too much, I just hit my chest a couple times. If you ever see
right.
it, just putting myself back in check.
No, well, hey, I'd rather keep my blood pressure at a reasonable.
I'm gonna get a good defib in here, just shock myself.
I know, for real. So, so the closer we get to the Eagle Raven campaign, Nita, I am so, I don't know why I'm nervous.
Nervous? I'm so excited for you. I'm stoked. I was looking back, Facebook keeps giving me, the memories and stuff.
Right.
And it was God, dude, it was just the other day, it feels like the embarrassing vlog about Eagle Raven issue 1. Right. Before we were on speaking terms.
Oh, okay.
back when I was back in the simping days.
Oh no. From simp to pimp. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's like I don't know why I'm nervous. I know, right? Yes, it says yes. HR needs her. Yes. But
I don't know why you'd be nervous. I mean, golly, it's a collection of the four you've done.
Right, that I already did. You would think, right? But I don't know. It's like I'm really, I don't know. I think because like I'm just trying so much new stuff, and I'm really trying.
But this is how we learn.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, because with Kickstarter, we always talk about how individual issues, they always make more money. It's
absolutely,
like,
yeah, they really always make more than trades.
Yeah, they, people like the collectability of them. They love getting variant covers. They can get them, CGC graded. But it just goes to show you that we all have it. Just because I look like I have my shit together.
Oh no, he didn't say you look like you had your shit together. He just said you're dealing with imposter syndrome.
Right. It's like, my brain is a hot mess. So, so it's like, so I'm trying. So there was this momentum that I was seeing on the individual issues, and thank you, Nicholas. And the trade, is just like logically, I know that it should go backwards.
Right.
But JD was telling me that it's like, no, it's like you have to, it's like, what?
We can't have that mentality.
Yeah, it's like, if you keep thinking like that, you're never going to push it forward. You can push it forward.
That's right. It's what Kara told me. The wisest thing Kara Nicole ever said to me: if you think like a broke bitch, you're going to stay a broke bitch.
Right. Exactly. So, so I've been doing everything to like, okay, you know what? All right. So let's treat this trade paperback like it's the next issue, which technically, it's like it is. I mean,
it is. Process, and that fucking the variant cover you're bringing in. I mean, come on, man. Like, people are gonna get that.
I hope so. I hope so.
Oh, come on.
It's like, look,
I see what you did there, Daphne.
I can only do the best work that I can. Everything else is, left up to the fates. But here's the thing, Nita. So we talked about this whole thing about the postcards and the cover images for the Kickstarter and whatnot. And at first I really resisted the idea, but now it's like I am so gung-ho for the idea. The pieces that I've shown before on the show, I completely adore them. But I kind of think I'm getting carried away. So
I think it's adorable.
I don't know. It's like, because I'm just having so much fun with these postcards. And I ended up finishing up a new one this morning. And I'm like going, I think I'm getting carried away. But it's still the vibe that that it's still the vibe that I want. It's the vibe that that I kind of like, I think encompasses the entire series. Right. And what's funny though is that I think that it kind of fits the theme of today's show. On top of everything, I didn't mean it to be like this, but it kind of worked out. So I just want to give everybody a sneak peek of this postcard that I just finished. I still don't know what I'm going to do with it. I already have like some of the art prints already committed to volume 1. I don't want to overwhelm the campaign, so this is probably going to be something that you're going to be seeing down the line in other campaigns. So you tell me, am I bugging out? Am I taking this a little too far, or am I on the right track? So this is the piece that I finished this morning. You tell me what you think.
Oh my fucking God. Well then,
yes. I mean, yeah.
I'm loving that manga glow.
Right. Yeah. So, am I like freaking out here? What do you think, guys?
No. No, ma'am.
So yeah. So that is.
And there's the not safe for work variant somewhere in there, Daphne. Come on, man.
Maybe. But so. I'm having a lot of fun with this artwork. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I'm trying to please everybody. That's what. Well, I'm trying to please the right people. Let's just say that, because you can't please everybody. That's the mistake that a lot of people on Kickstarter make. That they try to, and it's like, no, know your audience. You know, it's like cater to at least 30 sickos at a time. And,
Oh my God. Well,
you know?
well, I was totally into it until I got called a sicko, but you know.
But it's sicko in an endearing way. It's an endearing sicko because we all know what we like.
Well, thank
So,
you.
So you know, yeah. So I guess. So I guess everybody's good with the piece. Like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Yes, exactly. You know, we're like I said, it worked out that way. I didn't plan it. These were just postcards that I was just working. I was like, oh, let's go with the theme.
Wow. This does not sound like something you would hear on a casting couch.
Well, it could work either way, right?
Right. Right.
So thank you. Yes, yes. No furry shame here.
Nope.
That's for sure. You know. So yeah. So it's like I don't know. So I don't know whether it's like now it's like these pieces are just representing my nervousness of the campaign, or it's just like fuck it. Let's just
well, your nervousness is hot as fuck, Daphne.
You know, I mean, because it's like, you know, because it's like, I mean, because I don't know if it's the worst part about it or kind of the best part about it. When you put all the postcards that I've done, when you put all the postcards that I've done so far, there's a theme.
Oh, it's
there's a theme, but
there sexually is. I mean, actually is.
So, so yeah. So, but the thing is, though, the important thing is that, you know, I'm really enjoying these pieces. Yeah, it's like I'm just having fun with them, and it's like, yeah, you're right. If this is me being nervous, you know, about a campaign, it's like, oh, okay, we're good. You know, but yeah, so yeah, so I just have to figure out how I'm going to incorporate because you see, this is the thing too, because these are the postcards that I've been showing on the show are kind of the only ones that I can, because there are more postcards.
Oh.
But I can't show them on the show.
Sure can. We talked about that.
I know, but you know, it's like I just don't know like really like how to incorporate that stuff in a campaign, you know.
We're horny and it's hot.
Right, yeah. It literally it's hot. Like I said, it's 88 degrees at this office. Feels like a swamp out there, you know. And mind you live next to a literal swamp. So.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's like, you know what? It's like I guess it's like I'm just gonna go where the muses take me. And it's like, you know what? This is the vibe I've always had for the story. Yeah, I know, right? Washi tape. I use washi tape. And you know, this was always the vibe that I had for the story. But the thing is, though, like, people look at it and they go, "Oh, I can," you know, it's like, "Oh, I can't wait to give this to my kid." They go, "Wait, don't do that," you know. And I kind of also think that these images will serve as a kind of like a double thing, where it's like, oh, is this book, you know, like you see these images and you start to wonder, oh, maybe this really is the mature audience.
Yeah, maybe this really isn't for my kid.
Right, exactly. So it serves a double purpose, I think, in the end. Well, yes, go eat. Yes,
your dinner.
Yeah, being hangry is no good, especially if you're working. You know, you're plastering. It's like I'm pretty much done renovating my office, but it's like, yeah, it's
I'm
like,
getting there.
Never, don't do that on an empty stomach. So we're just hitting the half-hour mark.
You ready to bump it?
Yeah, let's show some love, and then we'll bring Nina in, and yeah, we'll show love there too. So there we go. So we'll be right back.
The waters have calmed down, and life has started returning to normal for Ivy. Until a young, dark boy shows up with interesting secrets to reveal to her. How will this impact her relationship with Violet? And will the raven-haired woman finally open her eyes to the harpy in front of her?
Oh, hello! Welcome. So this is what, the second time that you're on the show now?
I think it's the third one.
Third?
Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3.
Oh my
Here
God!
we go.
Has it been Volume 3 already? I mean, 3 volumes already. That's crazy. It's like, well. Before we get started, why don't you tell everybody who you are?
Hi, I'm Nina Daisy Aberline. I'm an Italian-Canadian creator. I draw gay birds, and my comic is Sunrise Blossom, a modern fantasy, LGBT romance. Okay, let me start over. And I draw Sunrise...
Cue cards. That's why I always recommend cue cards.
I know. Okay, I got this. And I draw Sunrise Blossom, a modern fantasy LGBT romance story about Ivy, a young harpy who, through the warmth and hardship... I used to know this by heart. Okay, it's about gay birds. There we go.
There you go. Problem solved.
There we go.
Right, it's a romance. It's a manga inspired romance about a harpy that falls in love with a human, and how everybody loves monster girls. There we go.
Exactly.
So wow, it's like so. Yeah, it's been 3 issues. It's been three volumes. Actually, 3 volumes or 3, because I know the first one was an actual volume.
Well, I guess that depends on your definition, because I know that, like, in the US in particular, because of how things are structured, with like Marvel and DC, and they sell them normally like by issues, and normally make the volumes the bigger one, which I think is also what you're doing with Eagle Raven. Yeah, exactly. But like, fine, number 1, 2, and 3, whatever you want to call it.
Right. Okay. There you go. So, does it surprise you that you're at this part already? That you're at a 3rd volume already, or was kind of like you just have so much stuff?
I've been drawing nonstop, and I was like, "Oops, there we go." Accidentally made 3 volumes.
Oh, there. Well, that's always
I just
the best.
Fell out of the closet. Yeah.
It's like so. Yeah, but the thing is, though, you started off online, right? You started doing this comic on.
I did.
On Webtoons, and what are the other places that you can find that anybody? You
can read Sunrise Blossom on Webtoon, Tapas, and as of last month, also Global Comics.
Oh, okay, cool. Now you see, and this is the thing too that I've been meaning to ask you. So you remember the whole Webtoons kerfuffle, right? The whole
which one?
Right.
Do you mean the advertising one?
The one with the advertising.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Now the thing is, though, as somebody who I guess you've been on Webtoons for as long as you have. I mean, people can still read Sunrise Blossom on Webtoons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, as someone who's been on Webtoons and still is on Webtoons, like, what was your take on that in terms of, like, I'm a creator, I'm on this platform, it's helping me sell books, and then it's like, oh, you got to go do that. Do you think people were overreacting? Were we overreacting?
Overreacting? No, but honestly, it wasn't much of a surprise. Mostly because everyone who's been publishing on Webtoons has known that for years, Webtoons doesn't care about its creators. And okay, hot take on Webtoons. They don't care about the creators at all. And we know this because the creators have been asking for very, very, very basic features for years. And it's the biggest webcomic publishing platform there is at the moment. And for years, creators have been asking for things like notifications when someone comments or subscribes,
Oh.
or stuff like which is not there. The ability to maybe like move the episodes on the list without having to like delete, repost, and everything. A rating system which is absolutely rigged and weaponized, and so people just go and downvote your comic just because maybe they don't like you, or just because maybe they're jealous of your numbers. And people have been asking to have it removed for years and years and years and years and years. And people have been asking for that for years, and it's a big, but they haven't done it. So it's like, it wasn't a big, it's like it was like when someone you didn't have high expectations of at all, just like, how can you really disappoint me when I'm already disappointed?
Oh, I see. Well, that's true. That's true, because it's like, now the thing is, though, what made you like so when you were doing, so did you do Sunrise Blossoms specifically to put online? Because there's a lot of people who see all this for the first time. It's like, oh, how do I get started? And the thing is, though, the easiest answer is, well, start a webcomic. And was that something that you did, or you always meant to print, or?
Well, it was like most people who maybe like start a webcomic are like, yeah, I'm gonna draw and post it online, and then like maybe sometime in the future I will print it. Who knows? I just got to that point pretty much, but it wasn't created originally for Webtoon at all. Like my original main comic posting platform was Smack Jeeves.
Wow.
Yeah, but then the Smack Jeeves thing happened, and they don't exist anymore. And I was like, oh no, what do I do now? And so I started posting on other platforms.
Right.
Yeah, which was actually a really difficult transition for a while, because Smack Jeeves, for the longest time, they hosted like traditional format pages, but Webtoons has got like the vertical scroll.
Yeah, it's
so
like
it was a hard
for mobile.
Exactly. So it was a bit of a hard transition, but now, yeah, it's a lot easier.
Right. So do you find it difficult to format for Webtoons to print, or do you do like a print version for like kind of like the format you're going to print in first, and then alter it for Webtoons? Oh,
both kind of. Okay, let me show you an example. Because normally when I storyboard, like do the thumbnails and stuff, I do it like in a traditional format.
Oh, okay.
And then but then when I draw the page, like I do it the vertical format directly, but I keep like the same proportions of the panels, like the same shape of the panels, so that then when I'm reformatting it for print, it's just kind of like copy paste.
Oh, that's good. Okay, yeah. So you have a system set up.
Exactly.
You don't feel like, because like years ago, I guess it was like early on Webtoons. I tried doing Webtoons. I was on Webtoons for 2 years. I had Tall Tales and the original version of Eagle Raven on there. Did it for 2 years. Really didn't like it. I mean, like I said, it's like these are all options that Pops, these are all options that are available to everybody, but like anything, your mileage will vary. I mean, some things work for some people, some things don't work for others, and this didn't happen to work for me. And the biggest part for me was laying like converting comic book pages into that Webtoons format. Like, it was just a lot of work. It was just like, I think, yeah, maybe this Webtoons thing is not really for me.
But it's also one of the things that like it's very difficult maybe the first few times, but then as you go on, it gradually gets easier. Because like as I mentioned before, because my pages were initially all traditional for like Smack Jeeves, what I did at first is that I copy pasted the panels so that I could put them vertically, kind of. And I thought that worked until a couple years later. I went to reread it, and I was like, "Oh my god, the lettering is shit."
Well, but that happens anyway.
Yeah. So like the art was, but the lettering.
Yeah, so, no, it's like there's always going to be growing pains when it comes to doing a comic. Yeah. So it's like there's some things that I look back and go, oh my god, I really should fix it. But it's like when I redid Eagle Raven to put on Kickstarter in full color, it took me every ounce of energy to not redraw the entire issue.
Yeah, it's really easy to fall into
Yeah.
well, on the webcomic platforms
Yeah.
we call it redraw hell, and it happens so often
Yeah.
because like then you fall in the trap and you redraw the first chapter
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, I may as well redraw the second one, but then you burn out because you're not progressing with the story.
Right, exactly. So it's like, yeah, so for everybody out there, yeah, the progression, the improvement's going to happen regardless. So do your issue 1, get your issue 1 out, and that's it. You know,
I mean, heck, just to give an example, this is how the art of Sunrise
Right.
Blossom looked at the beginning of volume 1.
Right.
And this is how it looked like near the end of volume 2.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, you really do see that progression. It's going to happen. So it's like, because that was also something we were talking about. Where we have another friend where it's like he has this comic that he's been working on for years, but he keeps redoing issue 1. Plus, I think I've lost count as to how many times he's redone issue 1, and it's like, bro, just do it, just finish it and get it on with it. He would have been on issue 4, issue 5 by now, but instead he's literally on redraw hell. You know, with that issue 1. So yeah, so just accept the fact that the first issue is always going to be the roughest, and then there's always going to be a gradual improvement. You know, so Nina, I'm going to ask you the important question. So now it's the really like important question. What is it with monster girls?
Okay. Well, I mean, at least the way it started for me, I don't know if you're familiar with the anime Daily Life with Monster Girls.
I think I've heard of it. But there's a game that there's a visual.
No, there is a game also, but it's a different franchise.
Oh, okay.
Then this one is called Daily Life with Monster Girls, or the original is Monster Musume Niru Nichijo, I think. And it's terrible.
Oh,
it's
okay.
I mean, the animation is okay. It objectifies women in a way that only animes of that genre can. You know, big bazonkas everywhere. Exactly. And classic super misogynistic anime, and which I absolutely hate. But I freaking fell in love with the characters and the character design, and they were so.
Did you hate that?
It was like, yeah, okay, they are not being treated as human beings, but they're so cute, and I couldn't take my eyes off because I really, really, really liked the concept and the character designs, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make one too. Let's make it gay.
Right. Make it fashion and gay. I mean, yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, because we had an episode of House of Bob where we were just talking about, you know, like, yeah, what is it with monster guys, monster girls? Like, it's like, yeah, it really is an appealing concept. you know?
Yeah, and like these days we've got more monster. Is it okay to say the F word?
Yeah, well, I think I said it already.
Yeah.
I think we've said it already.
Okay, so these days, probably also thanks to the internet, we've got more monster fuckers than we've ever had before.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
And like honestly, going to the cinema and watching Venom 2 was a sexual reawakening, and I don't know what's with monster girls and monster boys or monsters in general.
You know, Venom really did something to people.
Venom, did a lot of things. Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was just like, because I was reading because I didn't see either of the movies, but man, did I see the fan art. You know?
Ooh,
but yeah, I mean, and the thing is though, it's like, yeah, but I mean, but also it's like, I think that when it comes to our own work, it's like there's just something about, you know, it's like, because I like I don't know, like for me it just came to like a natural progression through furry. Like I got, you know, it's like I went into furry first, and then it's like I'm kind of like not halfway out, but I'm kind of like bringing people halfway in. kind of.
Yeah, like Monster Girls are like somewhere in between.
Yeah, I mean, it's just because to me it was an easier way to learn how to draw people. I mean, did you find? I mean, did you kind of have that, or you're just like, nah, I just like drawing Monster Girls?
Well, I don't know. They're just like really aesthetically pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know. It's like girl with like, I don't know, half snake bottom, or like mermaids, like girls with feathers, or like girl with like a spider body. It's yeah, like even heck.
Right.
My bedside stand, I've got an erotic monster.
Oh, there you go.
Novels.
Exactly. I mean, we all have that in our collection. I know that nobody say you don't. We know you do. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, I think it's just a really like interesting, exactly. Well, lots of the fan art. I think I learned more about popular media through fan art than I do through actually watching it. But yeah, it's like the whole thing with werewolves and vampires, and that's the thing too. It's like it kind of like almost overlaps with, I guess, like the horror genre as well. Like there is a certain attraction to the wild side, the beastly side, the dangerous side, and but doing it in a romantic manga, kind of, I don't know. I guess it's a way to kind of like, I don't know. It's just hot. What can I say? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to rationalize it, and honestly, I don't think we should rationalize it too much.
Right.
If people like it, if it sells, that's good. Yeah. It's like feet. Why do people like feet? I don't know.
Yeah, for real.
But like, if you'll give me money, I'll draw all the feet you want, baby.
Right. That's true. That is
exactly. So like, no judgment.
Right. No, exactly. It's like, yeah, we are definitely a no kink shaming zone here. So, let's bring up your campaign, and like Underworld is another one that kind of like, oh, everyone like going, oh, all right, okay, I'm good. So why don't we bring up the campaign so we can talk about it? So
sure. So earlier you guys showed the first part of the trailer, but if you'll want to show the full trailer, I've also got a part in which I hired some voice actresses to dub the two main characters in a kind of romantic scene, which I think is pretty sweet.
Okay. Sure. So let's watch that. Let's see the movie.
Waters have calmed down, and life has started returning to normal for Ivy. Until a young, dark boy shows up with interesting secrets to reveal to her. How will this impact her relationship with Violet? And will the raven-haired woman finally open her eyes to the harpy in front of her? You can rely on me too. I mean it. You can also rely on me. Violet. What are you... You don't resent me, do you? Ivy, why would I resent you? You had to hurt people to rescue me. You had to face that monster again. And because of me, you can't spend as much time with Mr. Jonathan anymore. No, Ivy, I don't resent you. Thank you. You're such a sweet child. Violet, look at me. I am not a child. No, you aren't. Good. Good night, Violet.
Yay! Sunrise Blossom Volume 1 to 3 on Kickstarter.
Yes, exactly. And what is it with that trope, man? That trope always gets. I love that. It's like, when especially when they're like running through doors and they bump into each other and they end up on the floor. Like, what is it with that trope? I love that. I love that. So this is volume 3. And now, is it a continuation or is it like a standalone? How is the story being?
It's a natural continuation of the previous volumes. So in the first volume, the story focuses on the introduction of Ivy, a young falcon abandoned by her birth mother and raised by a family of owls. While traveling with her human sister to learn about human culture, they have an argument and Ivy is separated from her, only to be picked up by a human woman, Violet, who helps her discover herself and bloom into womanhood. But it's only after a dramatic turn of events that Ivy discovers her romantic feelings for her human companion. While later on, continuing in the second volume, Ivy has been separated from her family, enslaved, and had her heart broken. But the young falcon harpy stays strong, and perseveres. She believes to have finally found some peace with a kind old fatherly man. But when his real daughter shows up, it's time for Ivy to return to the woman she had fallen in love with, Violet. And finally, in this third volume, the waters have finally calmed down, hopefully, and life has started returning to normal for Ivy until a dark boy shows up with interesting secrets to reveal to her. How will this impact her relationship with Violet, and will the woman finally open her eyes to the harpy in front of her?
So how many? Well, it's kind of like, wait a minute, slavery? That escalated quickly.
Okay, that's a spoiler,
right? Well,
but yeah, it's slavery.
So it's not right. So it's not. So it's not just a romance.
There's a lot of drama.
Thing. There's a lot going on in this story.
Yeah,
there's a lot going on.
If you like harpies in maid outfits, then
right. Okay. Oh, there we go. So obviously, so looking at these pieces, I shouldn't feel bad about the pieces that I've been doing.
Yeah, but here I've got the ribbons to cover the bits.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I have glowy stuff. Right?
So some of these are not available anymore. But the 2 gouache paintings are still available, and one of the not safe for work inked pieces I actually finished and added on today. So it's still available at the moment, but it might not be for long because like the other not safe for work inked piece was like catched immediately.
Right. Yeah, because those are really nice pieces.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how long is this story? Since you said it's continuing, so like is there an ending to it or?
Yes, but it's like I did have like the main storyline in mind, and like it's going to be, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 volumes, but then like ideas keep on adding.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh yeah, this storyline might be interesting. Oh, I like this trope. Oh, I like this character idea. So it keeps getting longer and longer.
Right. Well, but the thing is, so obviously you're so when you're writing this, there's like 2 types of writers that I keep hearing that exists. You're either a plotter or a pantser. I'm pretty sure it's a plotter and pantser, or a planner or a pantser. Either way. Mm-hmm. So it's like, so there are people who it's like they bullet point everything to the very end, and then there's some people who just go with the flow and make it up as they go along. So, which one? So which one do you think? I mean, because it sounds more like you're a pantser, but is that accurate in terms of the writing?
Okay, sorry, I was plugging in the computer.
Okay.
I'm actually kind of somewhere in between because, like, I do have the general storyline in mind, and normally I plan in a lot in detail, volume per volume, and I do. By the end of one volume, I already know what's going to happen in the next one. But I also have like this tiny little notebook that I normally keep in my bag with like story ideas written on it. And sometimes maybe I'm just driving and I'm like, oh, that's a good trope that maybe comes to mind, or oh, that's actually a good storyline idea. So I write it down and I use it as a sort of like ideas box whenever I need to focus on writing maybe like the next arc or the next volume. So it's kind of somewhere in between.
Now, the thing is though, it's like, are you concerned about like the little side stories getting in the way of? Oh, by the way, someone had asked if the one with the cowboy hat was still available.
No, actually, it was bought yesterday.
Oh, there you go. You got to see. You got to be on top of these things. So, are you sometimes concerned about like these side stories that I guess you go like might be distracting to the main story? Or
well, yes and no, because while I have had side stories in the comic, there were always side stories that always kind of like drove back into the main story and either like contributed to like the development of the main character or of a side character that is like vital to the story. So it's like, yeah, there are like some side stories, but they always like go back into the main story and are like feeding into the main story. Like, for example, at the beginning of volume 2, Ivy spends some time with like this new father figure sort of character, which is technically like a side story, but it's also now a part of her own journey of like growing, understanding, forgiving herself, and understanding what her place in the world is, which gives her further insight and further maturity when she then goes back to. Let me see if I can find the scene when there it is, travels and goes back to the leading lady. So yeah, there are like side stories, but it doesn't like branch out. It's not like a tree that branches up because it always goes back to the main tree. Yeah.
Right. Now the thing is, for somebody who's just like finding this for the first time, so I'm assuming this is the type of story where it's like, yeah, go to volume 1, right? Or do you have, or is each volume kind of like can be its own jumping on point?
No, you have to start from volume 1 because I guess it's more similar to, I guess, some manga from that point of view. If you pick up Dragon Ball volume 17, you're not going to have any idea what's going on.
True, yeah.
Because you don't have the context from the previous volume.
Right, because the story is hey John, yeah, because the story is just
it's an overarching story,
right? So I guess how is it going to work? You're just going to keep putting out issues until you decide to finish it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But also in the meantime, people can still read this on Webtoon. Now, is the comics ahead of Webtoons, or is it just collecting what's already on Webtoons? Like if someone started to read Webtoons, would they are they pacing ahead of the comics?
Normally, yes, because I can't really spend 8 months, then put it out on Kickstarter and then put it out on Webtoons and have to wait like a year for the validation. I need the validation.
Yeah, so, exactly. Yeah.
Like I already normally have like a pretty big buffer of like episodes and chapters when I post on Webtoons. So like maybe I post a chapter or an episode, but I've already got like 3 or 4 other chapters already ready. That haven't been posted yet, and it's, you know, that the internet validation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. It's
exactly. But there are many trinkets that make the supporting of the Kickstarter worth it. Because aside from having the physical copy in your hand,
which I did pledge to.
Yes, I saw this morning.
I did pledge because, like I said, I lost my original copies in the flood, so now I get to replace it with it. So yeah.
So yeah, because like aside from like having the physical copy in your hand, like the covers are really soft. You could use it as a pillow. But also like all the other trinkets and also stretch goals. We already unlocked 2 stretch goals. and which are all trinkets that everyone who backs a physical tier gets for free. So things like pins, stickers, and stuff like that, which are nice to have. And
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like that's always, I mean, I've some people complain that it's like, oh, Kickstarters, they're always more expensive than just, oh, I can read it for free and this, that. It's like, yeah, you can read it for free, but I mean, you don't get all this extra stuff that goes with it. And it's like, and by supporting a Kickstarter, you're directly supporting the creator to make more books. So it's not just going into your local comic book store and just buying a comic off the rack for cover price and calling it a day. There's a lot going on with a Kickstarter. There's never a little flood. There's never a little flood, that's for sure. So it's like, so people can go to Webtoons now and read Sunrise Blossom for free. But yes, if you head on over to Kickstarter and support the book, which you funded already, so now it's all
funded in 1 hour. Woo!
Yeah, I know. Isn't that fun when that happens? It's like, oh, you love me, you really love me. It's like, yeah. Yeah, it's exactly. So that's the thing. It's like supporting a Kickstarter is always, yes, exactly. It's that circle.
Yeah.
Share books and make more books. And Kickstarter is a premium experience because you do get all this extra stuff that goes with it, with the stretch goals and everything. So, so is there any, things that you want people to know about your campaign or the books before we head on out of here?
Well, I would just want to maybe just show some of the art pieces because I've got lots of original art pieces. I'm not going to show the Dottie ones.
Well, not without. Yeah,
No, the censorship.
If you're over 18 or under 18, get the fuck out, and we'll put the age barrier up.
Well, it's
it's artistic nudity.
It's artistic. Also. Yeah, I mean, it's like, if you show it really quick, look, everybody. I won't tell if you won't. No snitching to YouTube.
Okay.
Right.
Jesus, now you just made me dizzy.
Sorry. Okay, because so there's this one which is still available. It's A4 gouache painting. It's nice in the picture. It looks a lot nicer in person.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's the other artistic one, but the nude one, but I'm not sure if it's okay. It's like
artistic nudity. I mean, it's
sorry.
I know with YouTube, it's like, remember everybody, no snitching.
It's a tutorial on how to tie knots, motherfucker.
Yeah,
exactly.
We're just showing off original artwork here.
Yeah. So the one where she's all tied up is already sold. The previous one is still available. The one with the sunflowers is still available. There's this one. Watercolors cowboy hat, which is no longer available. There's this one, a little froggy outfit, which is no longer available at the moment.
You see, here's the thing. The kind of, the saucy ones, those are usually not a surprise. But when you sell a falcon with a cowboy hat on, does that surprise you?
I mean, I think it may also be because it wasn't very expensive.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, yeah, I'm here spending money. I may as well get like an original little trinket while I'm at it.
That's true. I mean, it's like sometimes just like really. I mean, I used to have a painting of a crow in cowboy boots, so why not? Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not that big either. It's like A5 sized. And then there's this last one, which is still available, which I spent like 20 plus hours on.
Oh, that's a nice one too. Yeah.
And the leaf veins are done with gold pen.
Oh, very nice. Oh yeah, it's like camera doesn't do it justice. Though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it must look really nice in person.
It looks a lot nicer in person.
You have all this original artwork that's available on the Sunrise Blossom campaign. So as always, links are in the show notes. You can head on over.
And super last words.
Shame on you, Ryan.
Super last words. If anyone ever calls you homophobic, you can say, "No, I'm not. I backed Sunrise Blossom on Kickstarter."
Oh my goodness!
And
weaponize your campaign.
Oh my god!
Sorry.
But no, it's like, you know what, but support Sunrise Blossom because it's a good book. If you love
Thank you.
romance manga, no matter what, no matter which tropes you like the best or whatnot, if you love that stuff, you'll enjoy this book. And like I said, and you're supporting an artist directly with your support. So thank you. So where else can everybody find you aside from Webtoons and Kickstarter?
So I've got a link tree which I can share with you in the private chat here.
Yeah. And Nita will put it in the show notes.
Exactly. And from my link tree, aside from the Kickstarter campaign, which is at the very, very top, you can find my Etsy, Patreon, Webtoon. Oh, and on Patreon, small note, my most popular tiers are my commission tiers, which are relatively cheap. So like for something like $10 a month, I do like $10 worth of art every month, and it's normally accumulative. So like one month I do the rough sketch, the next month I do. Actually, no, not really, because it was all very blurry.
Right? No, it's very it's there's specific rules on.
Well, I mean, if he wants to slow mo and pause this shit, I mean,
I know that's
a problem here.
If this thing is streaming at like 60 RPS.
Oh no! I just made it at 18 and over stream.
Oh well, hey, we're at the end anyway, so there we go.
Oh, okay. So anyway, there's my Patreon, Etsy, Patreon, Webtoon, Tapas, Global Comics, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Twitch, TikTok, Facebook, Redbubble, For Affinity, and newsletter.
Right. Oh, there you go. So, Nita, while you're there scolding the snitches get stitches.
I'm just on our ass real quick.
Right. Yeah. I mean, wouldn't it be ironic that it's like we have 5 episodes of House of Bob?
We have porn streams for fuck's sake.
Yeah, a little flashy thing would get us dinged. I mean, no, it's probably. I'm sure Ryan was just kidding.
It's okay, Ryan. You can back Sunrise Blossom, and then it's all cool.
There you go. Yeah, I know. You can.
All those forgiven.
Yes, exactly. It's like your filthy Loughran always purchases forgiveness on our end.
Oh, I would like to strongly encourage everyone to please head over to YouTube to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We are broadcasting on Facebook, but come the end of August, we're going to pull, and starting in September, we will be streaming exclusively to YouTube, aside from the business page. So please head over there, give us a sub so you can get notifications and know when we go live.
Right. Yeah. Facebook's been acting really wonky, so it's
Which I'm sure we got the boot on that one today.
Yeah,
but that's
I'm
cool.
pretty sure. Yeah, but
not at all. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's like we kind of like we kind of want to see sometimes like let's say what can we do? So it's like but
and Zuckerberg's like not much, bitches.
Right. Well, hey.
Not even use our music.
I know, really, right? It's like we actually got dinged for using on Facebook for using Facebook's music. So
they hate us.
Who knows what's going on with the algorithm. So on that note, if you want to see more of my artwork and everything that I'm doing, including me getting nervous about the upcoming campaign, head on over to my main portfolio site at egoworks.com. It's right there, where you can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites. But I ironically mostly post to Facebook. Facebook, I don't know. It's like I'm pretty okay on Facebook when it comes to posting. So so if you want to see sketches, current work in progress, updates, that whole thing, head on over to my Facebook page. And if you want to see more videos, you're going to head on over to my YouTube channel at Daphne Lage, Lage Art, where I do about a weekly live stream every Wednesday, where I also stream through the Ragin 2 network. So either way, if you're subscribed to me or to Ragin or to both, because you are wonderful people and you do that, you will get notified whenever any of my videos go live. Also, on Facebook, really quick. Oh, what?
Also, if you are subscribed to both channels, send us an email with a screenshot showing that you are subbed to both channels. And on episode 69, we got a special surprise for you.
Ooh! I don't even know what's going on.
Yes, you do, Lage. It's your art.
I might have forgotten. Oh yes, we're doing an original art giveaway. Well, it's an original colored print The colors are real. I put the colors down, So yes, we do have a giveaway for the 69th episode because we're nutty like that. So there we go. Also at eagleworks.com, you can read the first 5 issues of Eagle Raven, air the first unicorn in its original black and white format for all your Monster Girl needs. But if you prefer your fantasy to be more of a Lord of the Rings type of adventure, you can head on over to Tall Tales, TAILSonline.com, and read the first 20 issues of Tall Tales for free. And also, don't forget to sign up to our monthly newsletter where you will get updates on Oswald, on Tall Tales, on Eagle Raven, and see some preview artwork that nobody has seen yet. So a lot of stuff going on. So thank you again. Thank you to the 15 people who are watching us right now. Thank you, all the sexy people in the chat, even you snitches out there, but we know you don't mean it. Thank you for keeping it lively, keeping it moving. And again, all links are in the show notes below. And in the immortal words of the ancients, eat your food. Definitely hydrate. It's way too. We're gonna add hydration to the list of the immortal words because definitely it's like I said, it's too hot here. Eat your food, moisturize, hydrate, mind your business, and always do the work. Definitely do the work. Do the actual work. You have to sit down and actually work. Stop redoing your first issue.
Why should you do the work, Daphne?
Because if you actually do the work, you never ever have to fake your accomplishments. But really though, stop redrawing your issue once. Just start moving ahead. But there you go. On that note, hit it, Nita. We're out of here.
Bye.
Bye.